a cherry that had no stone. I gave my love a chicken that had no bones. I gave my love a story that had no end. I give...
Sorry.
The immortal words of the late, great Benny Hill. Good evening, viewers. Good evening, all. Welcome to another episode of What's New with Stu, a movie review. I'm your host, Dave Stewart. And in this episode, we're going to talk about my favorite comedy ever made, the classic 1978 National Lampoon's Animal House.
Have you gentlemen seen your midterm grades yet? Mr. Dorfman.
Hello.
0.2. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. Mr. Blutowski. 0.0.
National Lampoon's Animal House is a 1978 American comedy film directed by John Landis and written by Harold Ramis, Doug Kenny, and Chris Miller. It stars John Belushi, Tim Matheson, John Vernon, Verna Bloom, Thomas Holtz, and Donald Sutherland. The film is about a troublemaking fraternity whose members challenge the authority of Dean Vernon Warmer of the fictional Faber College. Now, when Animal House came out in 1978, I was only 13 years old, and I had heard a lot about the film. It was making a fortune across America. Everybody was going to see it, but it was an R-rated, raunchy film set in 1962 on a college campus, and I was too young to see it at the time. But I remember in 1979 when it came out on HBO, my uncle came over. In fact, my house almost had a robbery attempt. And a long story, he had to come over to keep an eye on me. And Animal House was on, and I was 14, and we watched it. And, of course, I remember him laughing his ass off, and I was laughing mine off. And even at 14, I recognized this is a very, very funny movie.
Oh, hey, I think you know everybody here.
Ray, really, can't you?
Oh, no, don't worry. Just keep your hands and feet away from his mouth.
Don't you have any respect for yourself?
This is absolutely gross. That boy is a P.I.G. pig.
See if you can guess what I am now. I'm a zit. Get it?
All right, you bastard, let's go right here.
Animal House was a huge hit when it came out in 78. Landis did a great job of directing it. The great writers, the great cast. I mean, John Belushi, obviously, from Saturday Night Live, was the major star. Donald Sutherland was known. But other than Sutherland, it was really, John Belushi was the only really well-known star in the film. And it just was total anarchy. You know, when I think of Animal House, I think of the Marx Brothers.
Stewart? Ah, come right ahead. Hey, come on, the food. Been waiting all afternoon for you, Stewart. Come on.
Challenging the system, challenging authority. I mean, when the Marx Brothers came out, it was right at the beginning of Talking Pictures, and nobody had ever seen anything like them. Basically just went after all the norms and everything that most people held in high regard because, you know, the Great Depression had just hit in the 1929 October. Their films had just started coming out that year, and they would make one hit after the others. People wanted to escape from, you know, the brutal day-to-day of living in a Great Depression, and they just loved how they were poking holes at the pomposity of the establishment and the rich, and they just went after everything, whether it was war or, you know, high society. You know, the Marx Brothers were just great.
This is Rufus D. Firefly coming to you through the courtesy of the enemy. We're in a mess, folks. We're in a mess. Rush to Fredonia. 3 men and 1 woman are trapped in the building. Send help at once. If you can't send help, send 2 more women. Make it 3 more women.
Animal House is if the Marx Brothers were transported from the 30s into the 70s, okay? Or, well, at the time, the 60s, when this film is set in.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Because this film is basically about a college campus where these guys just take on everybody. They don't care. They don't care if they're failing. They don't care if they might get arrested. I don't think they don't really care about anything.
We got to do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we got to do? Toga party.
Toga! 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 Toga!
And it's just that kind of feel. You know, it's basically very simple things. You got beer, you've got girls, and you got the crazy frat house called Delta House in Faber College. And it's just a wild, wild time.
Who dumped a whole truckload of fizzies into the swim meet? Who delivered the medical school cadavers to the alumni dinner? Every Halloween, the trees are filled with underwear. Every spring, the toilets explode.
You're talking about Delta, sir.
Of course I'm talking about Delta, you twerp!
There are so many great moments and classic scenes in Animal House. I wouldn't even know where to begin to show them all. I couldn't show them all. I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to show a bit here and there just to give you an idea of how great and how funny this film is.
Holy shit! There were blanks in that gun.
I didn't even point the gun at him.
Holy shit! There were blanks in that gun.
Maybe he had a heart attack.
Holy shit!
Mine's bigger than that.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, my cucumber. It's bigger. But by the way, my name is Eric Stratton. They call me Otter.
My name's Marion. They call me Mrs. Wormer.
Oh, we have a Dean Wormer at Faber.
What a coincidence. I have a husband named Dean Wormer at Faber. You still want to show me your cucumber?
Slide, please, D-Day.
You'll report to the stable tonight and every night at 1900 hours. And without that pledge pin, you're all worthless and weak. Drop and give me 20.
Don't think of it as work. The whole point is just to enjoy yourself.
One of the great things about Animal House was its great soundtrack. A lot of great 60s songs from that time. Belushi recorded Money, That's What I Want. And it just really was from that time period, and it just was really great.
Do you want to dance?
Yeah! You know you make me wanna lift my head up and throw my hands back and come on now, come on now, come on now. A little bit softer now, a little bit softer now, a little bit softer now, a little bit softer now.
Now, why is this my favorite comedy of all time? Because it's funny. Listen, I have a lot of favorite comedies. Airplane, the Naked Gun films, Arthur, obviously Mel Brooks and Woody Allen, of course, too. But Animal House really affected me when I saw it. Like I said, I saw it when I was 14, and I just thought it was just brilliantly funny. There's a lot of great comedies, but I used to always say that was my favorite. I remember we would go to parties or have our own parties, and we were constantly quoting that film. Well, one day we were at a party, and it was actually on TV in one of the rooms, and we're watching it, and we're saying the lines before they even come out of the actors' mouths, and people are like, what are you doing? I want to hear what he has to say, because not everybody saw it even back then in the early 80s. And we would just quote this movie to death. We just love this film.
Don't screw around. They're serious this time. Take it easy. I'm in pre-law, man. Thought you pre-med. What's the difference?
All the performances in Animal House are hysterically funny. Very well done. Tim Matheson, Tom Hulce, Bruce McGill are all great. But it all starts off with John Belushi as John Bluto Blutarsky.
Yeah, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this is.
John Landis, the director, said that he felt that Belushi was a mix between Harpo Marx and the Cookie Monster in his performance. Whenever I watch him, I think of the Tasmanian Devil, from the Bugs Bunny cartoons. He is so outrageous. He doesn't have a lot of things to say. And when he does say something, it's classic lines from the great John Belushi.
Christ. 7 years of college down the drain. Might as well join a fucking Peace Corps.
They took the bar! The whole fucking bar!
Thanks. I needed that. Dorfman, you've given this a lot of thought. From now on, your name is Flounder. Flounder?
War's over, man. Wormer dropped the big one.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
Now, again, the whole anti-establishment theme is running rampant through this film.
The court will now render a decision.
Well, look, you said I could speak.
He said that's it!
Are you deaf?
Let's finish this damn thing.
Blowjob! Blowjob! I don't think it's fair.
I'll tell you what's fair, what's not.
Tell those assholes to shut up. Hey, shut up, you assholes!
Now, there's no real plot in Animal House. It's just a lot of great comedy scenes. Now, the only plot is that Dean Wormer is trying to find a way to get this house kicked off campus, and he uses, Greg Marmalade and Doug Niedermeyer, who are from a mega house.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Basically, to find a way to get these guys or give Wormer a reason to expel them from the campus. And it's really mainly the plot of the film.
This year we're going to grab the bull by the balls and kick those punks off campus.
What do you intend to do, sir? Delta's already on probation.
Then, as of this moment, they're on double secret probation.
Double secret probation, sir?
The time has come for someone to put his foot down. And that foot is me.
Some people might say, why make fun of college? Why attack the institution? I don't know. Why do anything? Why did Caddyshack make fun of golf and, or make fun of people that take it very seriously? I don't know. Makes it funny. Satire, in a way. Though I don't really look at Animal House as a satire, but it's a very, very, very funny movie.
Let's take the cheese.
Guys.
and ultimately going to have the ultimate confrontation at the end during a parade where they're basically going to get their revenge on everybody. And again, this is where the Marx Brothers comes to mind. The film ends with just a crazy scene during a parade sequence, and it's just, I don't know what to say. You look back at a movie like this, and why do some films that have this type of humor or have this approach work and some don't? There are movies that are anti-establishment that don't work at all because they're not funny, but this one does because it is funny. And why is something funny sometimes and why something isn't? That's the great mystery of life.
It ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Who's with me? Let's go! Come on!
And you should really have a great time watching this. I highly recommend maybe drink it a little bit or watching it with a friend that hasn't seen it too, and you really have a wonderful time laughing your butts off at Blutarsky and the boys from Delta House. It's going to be a great time. And in the immortal words of the late, great Benny Hill, good night, viewers. Good night, all. We'll see you next time, and we'll see you at the movies.